like this. I can remember in the mid-90s hanging with this dude from Fayetteville named Reggie, who was staying with my grandpa's friend Kelly, who was selling that Reggie, a spot that I used to hang at heavy. And what happened next, I wasn't even ready. I remember that moment still. You and your cousins came in trying to buy some kill. That day, you was wearing a white t-shirt, heavy chested, and it was driving me berserk. And I started to flirt. I guess it worked because we ended up smoking together. Who knew someday we'll end up being with each other forever? We ended up separate and growing, and then reuniting. Love is not also a mystery. It is also exciting. So this poem is no about how 27 years ago I found black love at the trap house. For sure.
It's old school, 90s feel, you know what I'm saying? But no, there's some real problems out here, and we need to make a change. Period. Sometimes I really do cry. Wipe my tears, Lord, I'm ready to fly. I know I gotta be strong, but I sometimes really do cry. Lord, I really do try. Wipe my tears, Lord, I'm ready to fly. I know I gotta be strong, but I sometimes really do cry. View discretion is advised when you come to this, and learn from my perspective. Just close your eyes and see what's missing. Mama, I search for peace. I see a war within the streets. So many lives breathless, and all they say is recipes. We got the children dying, mama, grandma steady crying, politicians lying, and the innocent in prison praying. I got a and made a couple bridges, judged by a phase, but mama, I'm the one to change it. The gift was given to me from God directly. I listened to your pop, you sparked the brain for change completely. I'm making change, breaking chains, and it's not for fame. Listen in my room, making rap tunes, but hey, the spirit lives on, we gotta roll on. Cause you the one who taught us that the life goes on. So tell me, what's this freedom? Cause this freedom ain't free. All I wanna see is peace in these ghetto streets, Lord please. Sometimes I really do cry. Wipe my tears, Lord, I'm ready to fly. I know I gotta be strong, but I sometimes really do cry. Lord, I really do try. Wipe my tears, Lord, I'm ready to fly. I know I gotta be strong, but I sometimes really do cry. I got a couple of issues, I don't need no tissue. Sleepless nights every night, the marathon still continues. I got the demon screaming, which is it to believe and feel what I'm feeling, and please comprehend the meaning. It's suicide, watching all the kids and queens dying high for a night. Somebody's going to jail tonight. It's 25 to life, that's how they do it right. You think you learn from others' mistakes just to get it right? Well, I guess a mistake in premeditation. There's a murder on 8th Street that got the people shaking. So Father, forgive us for being sinners and real killers. The homies slinging dope and doing real time, a real prison. We get addicted to the fast lane with no shame. Females expose themselves for money and some quick fame. Maybe it's the envy that's attracting all their enemies. Ones I didn't even know I had, why they mad at me. Sometimes I really do cry. Wipe my tears, Lord, I'm ready to fly. I know I gotta be strong, but I sometimes really do cry. Lord, I really do try. Wipe my tears, Lord, I'm ready to fly. Lord, I know I gotta be strong, but I sometimes really do cry. That's all I have for you folks.
First of all, my name is Knowledge, and my mission is to open the third eye through both ears of the young people of America. To help them understand that the things behind the scenes are intentionally left unseen, so don't let it push you into some false sense of hysteria. And this gift that the Creator has placed in my mentals, I'll express through my speech, with hope to arouse the unconscious minds of the youth I intend to teach. So when you see me on stage and hear these words so eloquently flow through me, don't just be caught up by the one-liners and the metaphors, but really listen to me. Because I'm here for a reason, and it's not just because spoken word is now in season. Now that you know me, we'll go with my first piece, the old one. It's probably more women than men, so I'm gonna do a lady-centric poem for them. It's called Wanting. I wanna be the reason your heart beats. Is that too much? I want to know I'm the only man that can make your spine tingle with the slightest touch. I want to know my heart belongs to you. I want to be the one you come home to, you see, because we could lie in a jacuzzi filled with the petals of a rose. You could tell me about your day as I massage you from your head to your toes. Or we could just sit in the shade and sip lemonade and politic on politics as we discuss ways to lengthen the days of our relationship. You see, because I want this to last longer than slavery. I want the time clock on our forever together to start the day after eternity. I want to make you so happy that you reach your peak without having to make love to me and climax with just the thought of having me. Whether it's just chilling, having complex conversations about simplistic situations that cause us frustration, or whether it's making love longer than it took our ancestors to sign the Emancipation Proclamation. I want to make you feel so good you run your fingernails so far in my back they touch my heart. Then afterwards we fall to our knees and pray to the Most High that we will never part. I want the sun to rise and set while I love you orally, and I want to do things to you sexually to make you question yourself morally. But more importantly, I want you to be free. Free to do how you want to do and be how you want to be for me. I want our hearts and souls and minds to coincide and intertwine, but chemically and physically remaining two entities that move in unison. And we can do everything from exposing Victoria's Secrets to popping pop secrets to laughing at my uncle at future family reunions. You see, because I want my daughter to have your face. I want to know that in love with you is my place. And I want you to love me with all my imperfections because you're the reason for my heart's resurrections. You see, because with you, I want love, not lust. Because if you take the L and T away, that just leaves us. So basically, I just want to stop wanting. I mean, is that too much? This poem I wrote last night, like really literally like 11 o'clock, couldn't sleep. I got up and it was something on, what's that station, that's news, C-SPAN. I turned it on and I was like, these motherfuckers are pissing me off. God damn it. And I started writing this poem. So if I mess up, it might be a little anger and it might mess up. This poem is entitled Americanization. Americanization. As I sit back and contemplate our current situation, we make up 12% of the actual, but 37% of the prison population. You see, every 3.5 years, they push our problems to the background with no hesitation. But for 6 months prior to the election, they push them to the forefront, depending on their political affiliation. Exactly. They have done a great job of killing our aspirations, of stunting our motivation, got us looking up to the drug dealers in our neighborhood, giving them our misguided adoration. See, the problem is, no one stood up for us. We had no representation. And when you barely taught to write and read, how the fuck you gonna discern what's in the documentation? Bad deals by evil men with bad intention, using scriptures from the King James Version to justify every single decision. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm proud of our ascension. And this is something I have to mention, that George Washington Carver isn't the only black man with a notable invention. And they whitewashed the book, so that's just something I had to say. In 1892, you could buy a nigga from a slave station. And in 2009, they elected a nigga president to that exact same nation. No, this is just my vague observation. America's been through some serious trials and tribulation. What they failed to provide is proper illumination that these black hands and the free labor achieved from them got you your position. And all we ask for is a little recognition. America-centric.
How do we share our story and not reveal more than needs be told? How do we hold your attention if we're afraid to reveal our own soul? When we strip away the layers and finally get down to me, we're so afraid of what we find there. There's a multitude to see. Some shrink back in fear when we say Legion is our name. It's an old story about swine. We are not one and the same. For our many has one source, they all flow from me. The other was spawned by Lucifer, so the difference should be plain to see. Though we both came from heaven above, his legion brings destruction while mine shares love. When I am we, we're only showing things straight from our heart, using small slices and slivers of our own life, trying to conceal the too intimate parts. But if I am to share with you what's being said, we must show no fear as you peek inside our head. You see, we're better than an open book that no one will read. We're a Pied Piper on your eardrums where we've planted a seed. As we dance across your mind's eye, there's an unknown cadence that begins taking sway. So even when the words make no sense, you still understand what they say. There was a man who went up the hill to find a wife, and they created life. And through the ups and downs, the highs and lows, life caught up with them, and they just kept on living. What's being said? We never know when it's our time to go, short or long, right or wrong. While you worry that life's not fair, soon it's not there. What's being said? My life? I don't know. My wife? I don't know. Why strife? I don't know. And after life? I don't know. We have to live this life to see if there's another one after this show. What's being said? This one's quicker, and it's all I got. She said, "Tell me you love me. I need to hear it in and out of season." We said if you watched our actions over the years, that's all we've screamed out. It's been our main rhyme and reason. How can you hear what you refuse to see when our everyday actions shout out, "I love you" from me? From the start of your day until you're asleep in our bed, those 3 words inspire our actions, which speak louder than words is what you said. For it's easy to say, "I love you," but much harder to do when people will take it away without returning a little of it to you. They treat love like it's a commodity, something to be bartered or sold. Love lacking action makes one's heart grow cold. Sometimes what you want isn't what you get, and what I give isn't all you want. But no, it's enough. It's all I got. And number 3 is not my life. Our cadence is off, and my mind is too. Trying to make sense of the things we do. If we could go back, are there wrongs that we would make right? Or does that change our composition, putting things in a different light? Does making a change then mean you don't love your now? This is merely supposition. You see, I don't even know how to bend time so we can go back in space. How to make sure we re-enter into the same space. For what happens if I left as me but returned as you? Then where would you go? What would you do? Could you put up a fight and reclaim your life as your own? Or have you just been half-assed sitting upon your own throne? Who would even know that you weren't you? What extraordinary things do you even do? Are you an expert lover who can't be replaced? Or will they be surprised with more foreplay and some changing of pace? A surgeon or scientist, winner of the Nobel Prize? It's still your body. We can't change the size. So it's how you use what you got when you get what you want. We're not talking about a safari. We only do one-on-one hunts. You see, the story is now yours. We don't mind telling what you do. When the shoe is on the other foot, we simply wait for the other one to fall too. Realize you've never loved or been loved by anyone. Not wanted during conception, not aborted, but given up at birth. Now just a number in the system. They've predetermined your worth. Living a childless childhood, you never knew how to be a kid at play. Always with your defenses up, hoping to keep the predators at bay. Yearning for that old age of 18 when you would become free. Unaware of all the coming burden and responsibility. From a child to a man, you too quickly went. After 18 came 50 and your life was soon spent. You had wives not yours, plus children galore. Stuck on stupid, you were less than a whore. Now the fight was mine, we had to get out. My life was not so bad once I saw what the hell yours was about. We relinquish your crown and give up the throne on which you sit. You're more man than me because you survived that shit. From the outside looking in, we can only guess at what is the matter. Inside looking out, we see you should have been a hell of a lot madder. You put back on your smile, looking forward to a brighter day, knowing all along this is how your tomorrow will stay. This is not my life. Who knew yours was worse? How do you keep smiling, living under Adam's curse? He blamed her, she blamed him. Next, it was Adam and Steve doing the Adult Swim. That is what it sounds like, so she grabs the rose or her B.O.B. Bob. A battery-operated boyfriend guaranteed to make her thrive. Not my life.
Yeah, I know I'm pretty, but I also know you just want to fuck me and never intended to love me. Why is it just my looks that got you hooked? I bet you ain't know I love to write and educate myself within these books. Bet you ain't know my love for history and every little conspiracy theory. I can honestly talk your head off, but you would much rather my head in between your legs, as if that's all I'm good for, right? Even had this old white man tell me once how exotic I look, as if I was imported here just for your guilty pleasure to look. I bet you ain't know I got a real mean left hook. I promise this was never about my looks, yet these men be thinking with the wrong head and get it in their head I'm only good in bed. It's sad to really know that truth, how naive you honestly look. I play dumb, but I'ma always play by the books. And fuck it, I guess I'm gonna give you a reason to even look. That's it. Alright, here's the next one. I know you scared. All those past relationships made the trauma worse. Scared you most likely stuck in a curse. Like every person will leave like the last. I know I'm scared too from the trauma and abuse from an ex who was only around to suck the happiness out of me. All my positive energy just stripped away from me. To the point I didn't want to even breathe anymore. To the point I wasn't even me anymore. That connection was almost the death of me. So yeah, I'm scared, but baby, I still have a lot of love left in me. I worked so hard to get here and I never let another man take that away from me. I pulled myself out of the bullshit. I am me, same as yesterday and better today, and no man will ever take that away from me. I love me enough. I am enough. I'm worthy of the best kind of love there is, and no, I'm not looking. I still got a lot of work to do. I need to better myself, prepare myself, step into my highest self, because can't no man truly love me until I really learn how to love myself. right, this is the last one. Heavy in my thoughts, too deep in my head. Past traumas, past pain, I still to this day cannot contain. The demons within never went away. Just hid in a dark space until I was ready again. Ready to hurt, ready to feel. I honestly thought I was healed. But here we are again with the same old shit in my head. And this bottle in my hand. Drunk enough to forget until I'm sober again. I want to feel normal again. But where do I even begin? I know I can do better, yet these demons control the weather. Still stuck with this cloud that's always following me around. Loneliness ain't fun, but hey, at least my demons always stuck around. I promise you we get along better now. All right. Thank y'all.
Neek. A pretty face with classy taste. A lover of words, a lover of pain, a lover of pleasure. Sit back, relax, let me hypnotize you just for a moment. Make love to your mind, make love to your soul, and if you're lucky, maybe even me. But be careful, I am an expensive, acquired taste. I am Miss Monique, your favorite classy freak. And now that I've told you a little bit about who I am, let me help you understand what makes me me. You see, I am a grown woman. I know what I want, and I know what I need. You see, a grown woman is unashamed. I wear my sexuality and I take no blame. A grown woman knows how to touch and be touched. Cover your baby tears. A grown woman knows how to fuck and be fucked. You see, I can take you home and touch every part of you, and the next time I see you, I'll act like it wasn't just you. You see, I'm a grown woman, capable of unabashedly shameless, freaky things. Tie me up, dick me down, eat this, I'll take you all the way down. And then after I reach my peak, after peak, after peak, Daddy grabbed that towel and helped me clean up this leak. Because you see, to enter this pussy treasure trove means that I chose you. I saw that imprint in your pants, Daddy, and I'm curious if you know what to do. But understand, I don't have no pussy to waste. I don't have time for selfish little boys. So if you don't have that dick, baby, there is no pussy here to taste. So pay attention, I am a grown woman. I won't beat around the bush. If your dick is what I crave, I might let you 50 Shades of Grey me and spend a weekend as your slave. But understand, my sex is not for the weak of heart. You must come as a man and know how to play your part. First and foremost, don't catch feelings, because I don't need you. I may occasionally want you, may occasionally want to play. But right here in this house with Miss Monique, baby, this is nowhere where you will ever stay. So grab your fitted, let me walk you to the door, because there is absolutely no more in store. If I want to play again, baby, I know where to find you. Just don't play me too close and make me have to remind you. I am a grown woman with the heart of a man. You might think you can play me, but catch me if you can. I slipped up and fell in love one time. Don't usually do that because I don't like y'all like that. But I slipped up and fell in love and wrote a poem about the man. I know! My evil ass. It's called, It's Funny How Before You Nothing in the World Made Sense. Life was unhappy, unfulfilling, and just tense. The voids in my life you gave meaning. Yearnings I didn't know I had, you gave my heart a pleading. Showing me a world I'd only ever dreamed about, making me want to leap and run about. You said, baby, you took my soul, and not just on a slow, leisurely stroll, but I felt like we were going down a highway at 200 miles an hour, and please don't stop, please keep taking me higher and higher. No lights, just traveling in the dark, souls touching each other, never wanting to be apart. Your touch is like a million forevers, nerve endings pulsing, heart racing. Every inch of me aches for you, and please don't ever stop. You see, it's like a dream, and I dare a motherfucker to wake me. This is my fantasy come true. This man holds me like a piece of water for crystal, taking me ever so gently in his arms, stroking my soft caramel skin, and my pussy jumps at his touch. Lips tracing my body, I want him so much. So we touch and touch until touching becomes too much and I can't control my screams. Tied down, hands bound, he has his way with me. My pussy has made his face in the bed wet like a river, and he slips his thick, long, all mine dick inside of me. And my pussy, and my walls grab him like a vice, and he knows that he is at home. Slow strokes, then he asks me if I'm okay, and I say, yes, daddy, fuck me. Spending hours between four walls devouring each other. Fucking is like a free fall, terrifying, exhilarating. I try and I catch my breath, and as though I can't breathe. Floating is like an out-of-body experience. And with each stroke, and each thrust, and each kiss, and each finger as it tightens around my neck and I can't breathe, and every slap to my ass, I feel the wall around my heart break. And just as I'm about to come, and my heart opens up, I stop my lips from parting to say, I love you. Thank y'all.
She calls me Mr. Dope Man because I slang this sack like crack. And for that cat that she pack, I'll be a dope dealer, no filler, so the high is always cleaner than Ajax. So happily she became my freak, coming faster than Tyreek. That's why she was running back, I guess. That being said, her addiction to my sticking was more akin to Debo. The way I had her pulling up on hoverboards talking about, I got my PPP loan in need mode, so I gave her a taste. Watching each hit leave her high as shit. I swore what I left her with would be enough of it, but shawty was insatiable, talking about, baby, before you go, roll another spliff. Now I'm pulling locks, not tracks, and sweat tracks down arches spark from when my balls made her ass clap. From strokes like bone tokes that made her take off like spaceships before she let it slip and said, shit, I need another hit of that. Fiending for this dictation, so when I put it in her face, she won't hesitate to damn near suffocate taking the taste. So high, it makes sense she smoked my pipe all the way to the base. So high, her body became poetry in space. I listened to her moan say, I hate this high fades away. Baby, tell me this time is here to stay. One hit of you is the sweetest release. What started as a want is quickly growing into a need, so I became her plug. Call me Bud to her Rudy when truly she wanna be held down. I'll come around and be the reason she used to think orgasms only came by the ounce till I sold it to a wholesale by the pound. I started to say I made her come by the boatload. I know, cliche, until she called my dick a yacht and said the spot I float in left her carefree all day. So what more can I say? Her body might as well be mine. Without me, she left a pace an inch. You know, she called and asked me for just a tip. Hit my line at midnight like, I got 5 on it. My social supply got her only want to be high on me. Testing the limits every time I'm up in it, swearing she won't OD. Now she damn near about to seize, body locked up, talking about I can't breathe. She wasn't dying, but her soul was left leaking on the sheets. Label me Mr. Dope Man, cause when she calls, I deliver. Her climax is gold, mine is silver. So as she falls asleep on cloud 9, floating down her own ecstasy's river, I'll be laid back smoking, thinking of figures. Which figures, I'm not a nigga, just a dick that leaves her in a trance. That's why she only hit me when she needed fix and got me in her phone as Mr. Dope Man.
Have you ever had a song resonate so deeply with your soul that it's all you can listen to? All you can think about? Just running and running and running on a constant refrain. For me recently, that's been 68 by Nolan Taylor. Now that's far from the normal music that I listen to, but the lyrics hit my heart. I'm tired of being nice. I just don't have it inside me. I can't take much more shit from you. Those lyrics running through my head like a scratched record. Fuck! The tightrope of your emotions is one that I've walked since I first learned how. My first steps were on your last nerve, and I've been broken by it. I've spent decades juggling Molotovs. And I've decided I'm fucking done. I was your child. I was your fucking kid. The juggling act is over. I'll let the world I once kept so perfectly balanced fall down around me. Let the fire scorch my flesh. Burn away any feelings of attachment that I had left because I'm so fucking broken. and none of them could see it. Burn everything to the ground. So you can finally see the fucking damage that you caused. Look at the ashen timbers of the bridges we built. Sparks and embers dancing in my eyes, knowing I don't ever have to walk on your eggshells. I'm building a life of my own, a safe haven for my psyche, and the chorus comes right back around. I'm tired of being nice. I just don't have it inside me. I can't take much more shit from you. I've cut you out of my life. You love me when you need a high. I'm done spending my money on you. I'm done now, and I'm through with you. Okay. So this next piece was actually inspired by Popeye.
Y'all motherfuckers, leave me alone.
It ain't about you. You ain't that important.
Thank you.
No, so one thing that I really like about the scene here and the different poets that we perform with is it's a fantastic sounding board. So Popeye will send me a piece. I'll provide him feedback, insight, critiques, and then he adapts his piece to that. I don't send him my shit though. No, but quite frequently, Popeye will send me a piece to review, and it's just a light bulb goes off. And he just recently sent me a piece, and you know what one I'm talking about. And I just had to start writing. If I had a genie, I don't need wishes 2 and 3. The only wish that I would need is for us to swap perspectives. I would wish for you to see yourself through my eyes. Then and only then could you understand how much you mean to me. Every word and description, every thought I can't articulate, you would be able to feel and see everything. You could understand that there hasn't been a word discovered to appropriately describe your beauty. That no poem, not even the one I'm writing now, can truly explain my love for you. I could pour through Latin and every other dead language because it's killing me to not put accurate pen to pad. I love you in a way that kills me and breathes life into me at the same time. You're my overdose and my Narcan. Full euphoria and also keeping me planted in reality. I have bruises all over because I can't stop pinching myself to make sure that this isn't a dream. My mind is a ship, the world a raging sea, and you're the lighthouse guiding me home. My calming seas. The gust at my sails pushing me towards safe harbor, my safety, my refuge. I was a plot of land, you were a developer. I offer everything that I have to give, and you built what stands before you. I've tried every metaphor I could possibly think of, and none of them are accurate. You are the most infuriating and angelic muse. You are truly a poet's dream and nightmare, all rolled into one. You see, because I will always have something to write and pieces to improve, just simply attempting to explain my feelings for you. But the nightmare of that is that it will never, ever scratch the surface. Thank you.
Over time, I've been building my castle of love. Just for two, though you never knew you were my reason. I've gone much too far for you now to say that I've got to throw my castle away over dreams. I have picked out a perfect come true. Though you never knew it was you, I've been dreaming. The the Sandman has come from too far away for you to say come back some other day. And though you don't believe that they do come true. For did my dreams come true when I looked at you? And maybe two of you would believe. You too might be overjoyed over love over me. Over hearts I have painfully turned every stone, just to find I had found what I searched to discover. Oh, I've come much too far for me now to find the love that I sought can never be mine. And though you don't believe that they do come true. For did my dreams come true when I looked at you? And maybe two of you would believe. You too might be overjoyed over love over me. And though they are say improbable, what do they know? For in romance, all true love needs is a chance. Maybe with a chance you will find you too like I overjoyed over love over you. Over you. Thank you. Hey, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's that good shit.
Thank you very much. Sometimes music says what you can't say. Songs, you agree? Right. There must have been an angel by my side. Something heavenly led me to you. Look at the sky. It's the color of love. There must have been an angel by my side. Something heavenly came down from above. Led me to you. It led me to you. He built a bridge to your heart all the way. How many tons of love inside I can't say. When I was led to you, I knew you were the one for me. Swear the whole world could feel my heartbeat. When I lay eyes on you, oh, you wrapped me up in the color of love. really love. Dum, 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 keep on, keep on.
We were lying in bed when she said I was the best. We were lying in bed when she took that stick test. We were lying in bed when we said we were happy to see that blue line. Lying in bed when we agreed it just wasn't our time. I don't live in regret, but I do rent a summer home there. I'm not falling with style, I'm failing with flair. See, the truth is, I love her a little less and I'm afraid to be alone. That's why her calls go straight to voicemail whenever she hits my phone. Because I couldn't bear if she detected the inflection in my voice when I say I'd be with her if I could, but I really have no choice. The voice in my head is telling me I should go home right now, but my boy needs a wingman and I don't leave a man down. And I'm proud. The girl he's with says she's got a cute friend, and I'm almost giddy at the idea of another one-night stand. And I'm a man, so I do what I do all the while thinking of her too. Trying to figure out why both my heads are just so damn confused. I'm not used to this worry, so I just head on home. And I give her a kiss as she smells like another man's cologne. And I'm grown, so I know in this fight I don't have a leg to stand. So we go through our routine as if silent denial was on command. I give her a kiss and pull her in tight, and I throw my arm around her as she texts him good night. You see, we were lying in bed when my conscience caught up with me. Lying in bed when she said she'd still put up with me. Lying in bed when we said it was a hell of a mess. We were lying in bed when we agreed we'd get through this. She never told me his name, and their names I couldn't remember. Nor could I remember when it started, but she could. It was last December. See, apparently that was when her friend Kristen stopped coming around, because she had caught up with me while I was trying to get down. I was either too many drinks in or saw Kristen as my only way out. And even though Kristen told her and she knew it was true, she just held it in as her side man took her out. I told her she would become top priority in my schedule. And I don't think I've ever lied to her face on that level. You see, we were lying in bed, a routine we would do until one of us wound up dead. Letting go of old secrets to make room for the new. She had her fling on the side, I had 4 or 3-2. We should have broken up, hell, we still should. But who else would stay with us? We're both no good. She finds comfort in her phone as she sends him another text. And I message what's her name because I really need sex to distress. But man, when the truth is that thing I can't get out of my head, I rely on the times when we are lying in bed. Thank you. Wow. They say you fall in love 3 times. Now that first one is exciting. And that first and forever, final and fleeting. You see, she was cousin to a friend, gift wrapped with an end as my brain struggled with what 90s rom-com told me would be easy. Laura, Steve, Corey, Topanga, Zach, Kelly, I wasn't ready. Already saying words we thought we meant but barely knew the concept of. Never having known the sting, we existed on the mere idea that love's truest form to us was no longer dealing with feeling feelings alone. This was not Saved by the Bell, for this was something I felt I would forever have to atone. And when she told me goodbye, her swan song was a dial tone. Now that second love was a lesson. I was ready for the highs but unaware of the lows. I contemplated death in her darkness as many times as I praised life in the spotlight of her selfish focus. Selfless though this wasn't, for I was merely the paperweight. Holding down her love letters to those she could love better. My heart tethered to a dream, but she was not my queen, and I was merely her jester. A gesture to her belief that no real man could best her. A test, sure, but this was not open book, this was open chest. Dig into the cavities to find what hurts best. She was the belle of the ball and clouded eyes, but no bell prize was worth what I had left to give. You see, the second love of my life almost stole my will to live. Now the third love is nothing I was expecting, looking for, or knew how to find. She's a paint by numbers. For each digit is a lesson I was never told to question. A masterpiece, a piece made of pieces I was taught needed to be thrown away, altered, altogether worthless. She brings new life into them and gives my heart new purpose. She's a product of every painful promise I made to gods I didn't believe existed. Has her own roadmap of tragedy, a tapestry of a life made without me. But the stitches in our scars, when woven over the cold in our hearts, create something altogether beautiful. She's destiny and prophecy, if I were to believe in them. Honestly, she's an anomaly. Like fairy tale, my life's been penned. A beast has been made of beauty, and the beauty has cleared the fog. So heaven, maybe you do fall in love 3 times, as if Cupid is a genie and he gets it wrong twice. Or maybe it's more like 3-card Monte, and you're constantly trying to find the queen, only to realize it's less about going from girl to girl and more about the growth in between. Now, I may never know for sure what the master plan intended, but I know her heart is pure and my search for love has ended. Thank you.
When it comes to Wichita poetry, I've been the judge, jury, and executioner for a while, so yours is a simple verdict. Keep my name out your mouth like a root canal before I train this dial and blow you down. See, I hold court in this town. And for the record, like stenographers at trial, you done fucked up now. See, I'd rather focus on raising the bar of business rather than pointing a punctuated pole. But no, I keep a sniper's aim like Durant. This is elephants to ants. You ain't really about this life, you just flashing for attention. You a Ja Morant. Now, I know I said he was flashy, but really he's still looking for a shot. While I've evolved into the blind bartender laughing while he drunk off of what I got. That's why I effortlessly return these little ill-advised thoughts. I raise kids, I don't play with them. So that's why I show discipline to these little pew-pew shots. Your whole target soul persona feels manufactured like a social media bot. A one-size-fits-all tag or a label that reads ready to go once unboxed. While I got 1 foot in the box, training the box for my spot. See, you was too afraid to risk catching the stage frayed and pay the cost. That's why like Morning Frost, you can't see the morning you gained the gumption and audacity to say, my name G, you lost. Cause baby, I put on a mystical show. Them rhymes got me thinking you looking for me. Here I go. I'm intelligent, intense, passionate, and with a touch of country grammar. Disrespect me again, I'm gonna grab one of these chairs and remind you I'm from Alabama. You acting like it's not my legacy how I do this. Head scratching, leaves me clueless, but on my mama, watch this piece do my best impression of Ray Lewis. Did you get it? That's a killer rhyme that's always acquitted. Boy, quit it. Or develop 10 more lips but lips to even come close to how I spit it. A couple more hips with legs as whips to even be in the midst when I kick it. Cause what you aiming at is gifted, uplifted. Like Django Unchained, like Wayne Unscripted. You watch my pen dance as I work to break a trance, sleeping niggas like Bud with these punchlines before I blow kisses at them like Lance. Before I go, please don't get me wrong. This is one of the coldest poets I know. But he birthing bullshit telling y'all he can fuck with me. So take this piece as a lyrical hysterectomy when I say, who the fuck are you? So act like you know or get popped in your EYE next time you think about disrespecting black soul or PLPG.
It's Christmas Eve. It's Christmas season, the music, lights on the Christmas tree. I couldn't have been more than 3 or 4 back then, lying in bed waiting for Christmas to begin. I had to sleep with my older brother, and I remember I said, don't talk, don't play, Santa won't come if he knows you're awake. And then he hit me. My eyes filled with tears, my heart beat faster with fear. I climbed over my brother, ran to my mother. Mama, Santa don't have a chimney to come down. She looked at me with loving eyes full of wisdom and grace and said with a straight face, I put a key in the mailbox, Santa knows. If you don't see a chimney, he'll look there and come through the front door. She said it like I was supposed to know. So I said, oh. She dried my eyes and kissed me goodnight. When Christmas came, I don't even remember what I got. Race car, toy truck, whatever it was, it doesn't compare what my mother gave me that Christmas Eve day. And though I can't hold it with my hands or see it with my eyes, I'm telling you, my mother gave me the gift of love wrapped in a lie. And she would always do stuff like that for me when I would come with these silly things. She would always make me feel like she knew what was going on. So that's just dedicated to my mother. Now, I carry on to go. My son, he's
he's just like me. He don't think like everybody else. We was watching Puss in Boots, and you know if it's DreamWorks, there's a little boy that fly on the moon before the show, and he's fishing in the clouds. And my son said, he can't catch no fish up there on the moon. And, you know, he was only 4 years old. So look at him. And so, you know, I said, oh, he's a weirdo kid like me. And I knew that he was really like that because he didn't drink his chocolate milk when we had Cocoa Puffs. I said, what kid don't drink their chocolate milk after they eat their cereals? So I knew he was a weirdo kid. And another time, we had moon pies. And I love moon pies, the banana ones especially. The little ones, there wasn't no big ones like the old ones they used to make, the little bitty moon pies. And he came up, we was eating the moon pies after we ate, and he came up there and said, look, Daddy, I made a moon. And he held up the moon pie and he had ate it into a crescent moon. And listen, now that's something that I would have did when I was little, so I knew. So I wrote a poem about him just to keep things light. Last time I did real dark stuff when I was, so I'm keeping it light tonight. And it's called What the Heck? It's about him. What the heck? I was watching TV, I think it was The Last of Us, something stupid like that. And my 4-year-old son came up to me with this concerned look on his face. So I knew something was bothering, so I gave him my attention. And he said, Daddy, can I say what the heck? I knew he was getting that. See, I had been on his head about blurting out shit that he done heard on the internet. See, I've been trying to teach him there's good things to say and there's bad. And if he didn't know the difference, just ask. And I suppose that's what he was doing. So I said, yeah, you can say what the heck. His face lit up and he said, what the heck? And he said it like he meant it. It was like somebody took a speck of yellow and placed it just below my heart. And hearing those words made the yellow glow and grow. And it filled my inner space. And it rose. And when it reached my face, I couldn't help but laugh. So I grabbed him, held him close, kissed him on top of his head, and said, what the heck? I could feel him giggling in my chest. And as fast as he came, he left. I probably should check, see what this boy is up to. But I know he didn't have a clue to what he had done to me. He left me sitting there with a silly smile on my face, feeling all the glow and love, blessed, amazed, thinking, well, that's something you don't get to feel every day. So I jumped out the bed to go see what he was doing. He's in the bathroom, trying to cover the floor with toilet paper. He said the floor was dirty. But you know what? I really couldn't be mad. I was too much in love with him. Matter of fact, I told myself, maybe I'll just help. So I grabbed the roll of toilet paper, all the while thinking to myself, I guess, what the heck? All right, that's about him. Now, when I first started writing poetry, I used to write real abstract stuff, trying to impress people with my wordplay and stuff like that. But people would seem to not respond, so I started writing story poems like that just so I could perform. But I will do something, this is the last poet of the year, I will do something that's normally I do if I'm in front of an all-black audience and stuff, so you get an idea of what I really do. This is called, what is it called? Hold on one second, just give me a second. I need some antibiotics. Anybody got any antibiotics? I was in my mother's house. It was real dusty and I got a sinus headache, so I really need, so I can't think. Let's see, what is this called? My addiction, it's called addiction. I'll do that one, addiction. Like you're addicted to addiction. I want to be the monkey on your back, your relapse, those tracks, those cracks in your hand. I want to be the reason why you got to go see the man. I want to be that boulder on your shoulders, that thing that they told you not to fuck with. I want to be that shit. That next sip or that fit behind me, you having headaches and hangovers, having fits. I want to be that thing you have to have, your Lord tags, your perks, your kill, the reason why you steal. I got you doing them late night deals, working with ones, happy just to have some crumbs of me. I want to be your ecstasy, your hold me in till you choke. The thing you can't let go. The thing that got you running all day. The thing that got you losing all your weight. The reason why you want to turn the next trip. Your next fix, your next trip, your tutor, your shooter, the only one that can really do you see those lines in your life. The reason why you sleep all day, you're up all night, that lie you tell yourself, if nothing else, you're going to get some of me. I want to be the reason why you walk those streets. Your greens, your trees, your sticky, your wet. Got folks calling you a James head. I want to be that thing that you do. Rather have me than food. Unable to see that truth. Unable to see the truth. That thing that got you fiending. That thing that got you tweaking on them all-day missions. Because you see, girl, you got me twisted. I done fell off. I'm out there wishing that I could be your addiction.
Get up on y'all.
I know that I be tripping, boo, baby, you be tripping too. I'm on what you on, reflection and reciprocal. When it's up, it's all good, and I'll be trying to keep my cool, but if I gotta flip the switch, I promise I'll do worse than you. I just wanted TLC, but I be creeping too. I don't chase waterfalls, I just find a different dude. You ain't gotta bang my line no more, cause I'm not missing you. Tired of the same song, so I found a different tune. Hey. Now I'm in a better mood, no more faking orgasms, I can finally lose my tune. You can't bring game on me cause I'm one upping you. Everything's better over here cause he isn't you. He don't play mind games, and little baby listen to you. Love it when I talk my shit, especially when we physical. It's way too big, ain't no way that shit fitting through. Not talking about his penis, but I'm talking about that ego. Woo. I'm sorry, y'all. It's been so long since I did that, and I'm like, shit, I'm out of breath. Okay. This one is a new poem. New shit. I'm so blind. If I take my glasses off, all of y'all would disappear. Like, so blind, I gotta turn my music down to see, as if my eyesight has anything to do with my ears, and I was in denial. But I knew I needed glasses at the age of 12, y'all. I ran. Full speed ahead into what I assumed was an open door, only to run directly into the glass in my defense. The glass looked to be so clear that I could see to the other side, but I knew I was blind when I ran. Full speed ahead into what I assumed was a healthy relationship, only to fall directly on my ass. In my defense, the grass looked to be watered and the flag seemed to be green, but that's when I discovered I was colorblind at the age of 17. I didn't notice all the manipulation he would put me through. So I took it as a green light, thinking my heart was bulletproof, but nobody told me even with a bulletproof vest strapped to your chest, the pain still comes seeping through and it lingers, leaving behind scars that's evident even to the naked eye. I knew I was blind when I didn't notice the rose tint in my lenses. Whoever said ignorance is bliss, they surely meant it. I was so blinded by love, I was ignoring the feeling, pretending it was butterflies, knowing it was intuition, and fast forward 5 years, I was in the same position. I couldn't leave him alone like I was fighting an addiction. I would hit it and quit it just to hit it again. I was so blind, but my vision's gotten much better since then. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all the obstacles in my way, but it's safe to say I make mistakes and that's okay. My vision isn't 20/20, but nothing's perfect anyway. I learn, taking it day by day while trying to undo the way I used to navigate. I'm still blind, but I'm more confident in my decisions. Stay on track with checking my prescription, but carefully assessing my decisions. I'm still blind, but I walk into love and not run, because falling on your ass is no fun. Since we all, who was it? 2 people then talked about addiction tonight. Do y'all mind if I just hop on the train? Go ahead. Okay.
Hey, we do got babies in the room. It's okay though. It's okay. Hi, my name is Miss J, and I'm an addict. It's safe to say I'm still using. But before you start to judge, let me explain why this drug I keep abusing, y'all. I met him at the mic. I was spitting my rhymes and he was the finest thing in sight. My curiosity got the best of me and I thought, what harm could come from just one night? Now I call him Mr. Dope Man. And it ain't drugs he's slanging. He has something mean in them jeans that kept me coming back. I ain't a dope fiend, but he had me addicted like crack one taste. And I needed another hit. And another hit. And told him why he had his shit, roll up another spliff. There's no point in checking me into rehab, because this drug, I won't never quit. I call him Mr. Dope Man, but it ain't drugs he's slanging. He had me addicted to his diction and I was speaking his language. I liked the way his verbs would roll off my tongue and I swallow all his juices and swallow his nouns as he would come. See, it was so good. He had me calling late in the midnight hour just to get me some. Nice sweats, itches, and twitches when I would go without. And when he denied me access like a kid throwing a tantrum, I was showing out. Mr. Dope Man had me hooked from the very first hit. And only he could supply a high that would satisfy this fix. He had me starting to see spaceships. Starting to see spaceships on bankheads. I might as well have been a basehead. He had me losing my mind, my marbles, and a few loose screws, all just off a dope head, and I became a fiend for that shit. I'm talking so bad. I would call late night and beg for just the tip. He gave me euphoric pleasure the way that product applied pressure, and I was wetter than Niagara Falls. See, I was in pure bliss as I dripped when he was knocking down my walls. But Mr. Dope Man had me in too deep, daydreaming in the daylight and fiending for it when I was asleep. Mr. Dope Man had me hooked from that very first hit, and I was jumping off the deep end, not wanting to be free of that addiction, so the monkey on my back became my best friend. I pledged to be drug-free. Now I'm an avid user and abuser thanks to the Dope Man feeding me my habit. He had the best supply in town, and I always had to have it. I sold my soul to feed this addiction with plans to never quit. And I only call up Mr. Dope Man when I'm in need of my fix.
Okay, that's enough. Peace, true, flow, flight. Sit on, we're gonna tear your kingdom down. Sit on, we're gonna tear your kingdom down. My pen is my plow. You Frank Lucas with a fur coat. You done fucked up now. What in vows was cited in the mirror? My time is here, it can't get more here. You still waiting? Cry me a river so I can turn it into wine. Am I wrong for that last line? But you prefer allegory to intellect. Quit wasting my time. If you're not ready to grind, then find yourself lost somewhere else. What's a game with no rough other than a fight to the death? Fatality. Snatch your heart from your chest. From the place sweepers make a mess. Every day is a test. Get your head popped on for not saying it with your chest. Come on now. Little nigga. And that's before you left the house. Ever wonder why the clicker is called the mouse? Maybe because we the lab rat. Europeans love quoting the year when speaking on racism as if we're past that. Bitch, I got a calendar. And I ain't interested in hearing your perspective of African people in any sense. We could talk about sports or your cottage cheese sandwich. Fuck Marilyn Monroe. Well, thank God for Dorothy Dandridge. Too radical for you to manage. I bet that's what scares you. Abundantly intelligent with an edge view. Don't push me. Mental orgasms. The album is free. You paying the fuck fee. Prostituting my words. Penetrating verbs. Tantalizing yet evangelizing. Blind, deaf, and dumb and yet still recognizing how my mind be racing. Intellectually exercising. Inadvertently genociding. Killing niggas. Painting pictures. Peep the stroke. Turn this paper into a Jesus note. Holy scriptures. Lord forgive us. We know not what we do. Replace your image with some white boy and now we're convinced that's you. Whitewash. Free thinkers look like dinosaurs. Chris Bosh. Oshkosh. Oshkosh. Minority minds. Shorten your attention span.
Do it for the vine. Ahead of my time like I'm living in rewind. The shaft of my craft, Jordan in the draft. You ain't gotta pick me as number one. I'll show you by the time I'm done. A child of the sun. You see my complexion? What a blessing. Though thought it was an infection. But who gets skin cancer? Who are the chosen people? We are. Short answer. Looking for a solace accord that could be an Uncle Luke dancer. I want it all. My cake and eat it too. If not, then what's the point? Let's make it clear. Living in fear is a choice. Being a man is a decision. Make up your mind. Solving a subject, king or rock rat, head of the house or the ass crack, hang your head or your nut sacks. Don't argue with beliefs when I speak facts. My name is written in the stars. Even the devil can't change that. Devil, let's rearrange that. That's live spelled backwards. Language or unnatural disaster. Speaking with a forked tongue. Black fist and all black. If you knew what I know, you would run. Screaming hell no until I see heaven come. Live in liberation or die in false freedoms. Live in liberation or die in false freedoms. Live in liberation or die in false freedoms. I hear the war drum. And sit down, we're gonna tear your kingdom down. Sit down, we're gonna tear your kingdom down. Peace, truth, love, light. Revolution. Oh, okay, so those who don't know, y'all to call on. Y'all sounding like a team. Hell yeah, revolution, motherfucker. Revolution. I'll probably use this as a scarf. Lord have mercy. Alright, so this new poem I just wrote 5 seconds ago. Yeah. 5 seconds ago, I'm gonna be writing it as I speak it. It's called Baby Mamas Are Evil. Baby mamas are evil. You're sitting in the back of the show like everybody don't know. No, I'm just playing. Lord, I'm finna do this poem, but I'm finna get up out of here. I had to sweat a little bit, that way Scott won't be like, hey, motherfucker, you. Oh, man, I appreciate it. Y'all give it up. Y'all give it up. For Simply Sangria. Man, this man that brought me when they cleaned the sinks with. My forehead is not that big, man. Some bullshit. Anyway, I'm gonna do this next poem for y'all. It's been so much fun. But, yeah. Okay. Peace, truth, love, light. Revolution. Peace, truth, love, light. Revolution. She said revolution. I just can't give up now. Come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road would be easy, and I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me. Last night I had a dream, and I think it means it's all about perspective. Let's switch to a fate I wouldn't wish on those I truly despise. Buried alive, the wet ground accented by the cold atmosphere, more chilling than fear, yet still palpable. Although there is a guide with me, as I go in and out from experiencing the dream to witnessing it. Nothing more memorable than the scent. Its earthy tones echoing the fixed nature of my state. I don't mean to insinuate a grounding of any sort, for the ground is covering my shell, filled with so much life inside. Vengeance is mine, at least to me a comforting biblical line, albeit incomplete. I go to scream but can't speak. I try to focus my eyes but can't blink. The silence is too loud, I can't think. I am still, and no longer witnessing is real. I'm in it, but my senses are different. Suddenly, light quality the mission. Photoreceptors tingling. Somewhere there's a blue light beaming. I'm receiving energy that's sending me to the core. Rooted to the idea of more. A Hebrew, Kemetic, Cushite more. For reparations and restitutions. Congregations and constitutions. Battle stations and revolutions. I'm shooting whether I'm armed or not. So why the fuck should I stay calm? Not bummed. Listen to what you're telling me. Nights like this, I wish it would rain. David Ruffin and Eddie Kane. Either way, I'm tired of singing the blues. Although there is something particularly beautiful, the auspicious singing of the Blue Jays this morning. What happened to my rage? Where is my mourning? Did they dissipate with my hope for escape? I'm relieved from experiencing the dream, back to witnessing it witnessing it as I stare at the no longer freshly broken ground that houses my remains. My guide sustains his silence, time eclipsed till I can no longer refute the lesson. There was no funeral procession. No one green with envy out to get me, although it took a while for this epiphany to hit me. It wasn't until I saw the dirt transmute to green leaves, tall trees and honeysuckle, fruit, bees, and home for forest creatures, a haven for bird feeders. Unbelievable. I wasn't buried. I was planted. I wasn't blind, deaf, and dumb. I was a seed operating in my purpose, blossoming into an ecosystem of symbiotic homeostasis. In its simplest form, I say this. Even the dirt you throw is considered fertilizer to the favored. See? Perspective. Peace, truth, love, light. Revolution. Okay. Time to get a house. Everybody. I thought that was my time. I thought that was my time. You were coming on stage. He done walked and said that.
You got time to do another one.
Okay, I got you.
One more poem? Come on, one more.
Okay. What if I did like a half a poem? Because they've been doing these erotic poems. And I was like, I had one a long time ago. I don't remember it, but I remember it to a point.
Okay, give us the first half.
You know what I'm talking about, man.
We know just what it is. We know
Shit.
so you got to do it all.
Okay.
Just the tip.
Just a tip, goddammit. They gonna say spacious or bankhead. I could be a basehead, bitch. That shit was funny as hell. Sorry. You see, love's not a regular word. It's a verb. And baby, I wanna do some love things to you. And I ain't talking about just the fuck, cause I wanna give you more than a nut. You see, I wanna kiss your soul, hold you when you're cold, calm your ass down when you get too bold. Cause ain't no woman gonna be no man, at least not with me. You want that independent shit, your ass can live independently. Wow. Peace, truth, love, light.
I guess you wonder where I've been. Search to find a love within. Came back to let you know. Got a thing for you. Can't let go. No. My friends wonder what is wrong with me. I'm in a daze from your love, you see. Came back to let you know. Got a thing for you. Can't let go. Some people go around the world for love. They may never find what they dream of. What you won't do for love. You tried everything, but you don't give up. In my world, only you would you do for love what I would not do. My friends wonder what is wrong with me. I'm in a daze from your love, you see. Came back to let you know. Got a thing for you. Can't let go.
Let go, baby. Don't let go.
But then I only want what's best for you. They can't believe the things I'll do for you. What you won't do for love when you tried everything, but you don't give up. In my for love, what would I do?